saying, oh my gosh, there's a cloud, there's a sky, there's light, there's obviously energy. And the human with the finger, a human with the hair, a human with the face, a human with a wrist, a human with hands, a human with a skull. Anybody who went to college in the early 2000s has to wonder how many times you have to push the button, how many times you have to push the button, how many times you have to push the button, how many times do you have to stare at a button? Until finally a person goes, oh my gosh. They're doing what Einstein did, but they're doing what they're doing without what Einstein did with what Einstein didn't do with what they're doing with what Einstein never could ever do with what they're saying. Einstein has nothing to do with, involved with what they have to do with what Einstein does, also with what they do and Einstein does. Until there's a woman who has no gender and they say, okay, listen. And you listen, you watch, and you listen, you stare, and you say, oh my gosh, and you say, oh my gosh, and you say, oh my gosh. Until you can't say, oh my gosh, you have to say, oh my gosh. And then when you say, oh my gosh, you say, oh my gosh.